welcome everybody and who's tuning in for the very last, the fourth and final episode of our Flight of Fandom, Hoboken by Night. What we do in the shadows, Flight of Fandom. Once again, guys, I am Zach, otherwise known as Great Zamino. My pronouns are he, him. And I will once again be the storyteller of our Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition actual play. So this is a little bit different from every vampire game you've ever watched, because not only have we taken out all of the lore and all the stuff that everybody likes about 5e and chucked it, we've substituted it with all of the lore and the funny and the craziness that we love about what we do in the shadows. Not only that, but I'm joined by a fantastically funny cast. Starting on the left, in the top left, David, would you tell us who you are? I just heard you.
I just heard me too. I assure you.
I just turned on Twitch and those
No sound.
it was the previous episode.
We're really setting this one up to be a big one, guys.
Yup. Listen, we gotta keep it loose. It's the only way.
He just gets stuck in your brain and you just hear him when he's not talking.
I mean, that's how it is for me all the time. So I'm David. Hi, everybody. My pronouns are he, him. I'm a graphic designer, an illustrator, and a game designer. And if you want to check out what I do, you can go over to dbb-8.itch.io. I will be playing for the final time Vlad the Red, the coolest vampire this side of the Hudson River. And the side of the Hudson River that we are on, I have to admit, is not a good side. So, sorry.
Below David on the left-hand side, Marcy, give us your spiel.
Sup? I'm Marcy, aka Experimental Madness. That's where you can find me most places around the internet, except on Twitter, where you can find me under Marciful. I'm never there, but you can, in theory, still find me there. And I'm very excited to be playing for the final time Amberlee Tompkins, who's totally not gonna try to get the Jersey Devils number. Whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, anything can happen in the wild times at Action Park, which we will get back to as soon as we get through our last couple of intros. Hopper, tell us a little bit about yourself and who you're playing this week.
It's me, Hopper. I use they, them pronouns. And more importantly, I can be found on the interwebs at Fail Deadly. And that is with a 3 instead of an E, because I am a bad person. And tonight I'm going to be playing Conor. He's kind of a piece of shit. And currently he's turned himself into, he just screamed dog in the last episode and turned into a wolfhound. So he's kind of just pacing around doing his.
Love it. And finally, playing the merry videographer turned vampire, Puja, tell us a little bit about yourself and who you're playing.
Hi, I'm Puja, and I'm playing Tash Marini tonight. Both of our pronouns are she, her. And Tash has been a vampire for maybe 2 nights so far, and it's been a chaotic at best and absolute batshit crazy at worst experience. And she does not trust what is going on at this park. And she wishes her friends had more survival instinct. Perhaps they have not been human in too long, so they stopped being afraid. But she's wigged out.
That is definitely the
We're not
term for
friends?
it.
Coworkers, peers.
Yeah, peers now.
I give you a
officially.
friendship bracelet.
I thought that was for princess.
So a lot has been going on in the last episode. A lot transpired as we kind of found the horror comedy part of our stream in earnest. You guys met up with Amberlee's sire Damien, who was some manner of former emo, screamo enthusiast punk who wore way too many fashion statement belts in way too many weird places. And you guys, after having a few misadventures in Kellogg's Diner in Williamsburg, found yourselves out on the BQE, making your way up into Manhattan, taking several ill-advised Uber passengers as you were traversing up the drive, leading Damien to get more and more frustrated and frustrating until finally one of you, in a fit of rage, Connor, it was Connor, ripped off Damien's hand, spilling blood all over the interior of Vlad's badass Honda Civic and a baby.
There it is.
Yeah, there we go. You covered in black vampire blood a human baby. And so basically once that child was squeegeed and taken out of the car, you guys were able to begin your trip back, but not before you realized that Damien had been party to the abduction, kidnapping, departure of the Vampire Council envoy that you were tasked to show a good time, Kristen and Brad, one of which you guys had aggressive tonsil hockey with. It was like sudden death after a while.
It was Connor.
It was Connor. Connor was the one.
Once again,
Yes.
it was Connor.
Once again.
Everybody keeps pointing their fingers at me and talking about me and shit. I'm just I just do my thing. I'm just very chill. I'm a very quiet, delicate, posed and poised person. They're telling you lies.
And so
Just to be clear, this is Four Loko. I'm drinking out of a teacup. That's why it's messing with the green screen.
It's like you're drinking invisible liquid.
I wish it was invisible. It tastes like shit.
Is the cup a vampire?
This week's Invisible Sun interventions sponsored by Four Loko. Actually, speaking of friends and promotion, if you guys want, you should check out The Hunted Encore by Charging Moose Media, who are very cool friends of the channel. And in fact, I believe you can go see a bunch of cool stuff at the following link. So do that while we kind of get underway. So the entire time you guys are driving sans Damien now, complete with blood all over everything, and Princess in tow, full tutu and snaggletooth as per usual. But you managed to find where Damien had implied that the your celebrity envoy had gone, which was to the decaying remains of Action Park.
Action Park.
Yeah, so otherwise known as Class Action Park. So you guys made your way through this spookily empty parking lot towards these large facilities, and you realize after some creeping and scouting around, that there were several figures at the opening kind of terrace or opening kind of square of the park that did not seem like they were there by accident or there to maintain or clean the park in whatever way, fashion you'd like. No, they seem to have ulterior occult motives, and one of which was a big old devil babies.
Big old devil babies.
Big old devil babies.
Big old devil babies.
Stop it.
God.
This is my new character. Big old devil baby.
Now, Your Honor, Yes, we did
I'm
coat
just a
this
simple-
baby in black
I'm just a
blood,
simple
but it was
country devil, baby.
it was in fact a devil baby.
That's
So
a
we
mood,
are-
Hopper. That's a mood.
This is the tone for the evening, isn't it?
Oh wait, you went Southern too?
I sure do hope. I am Southern.
No. Marcy just went Southern.
I was just mimicking what y'all were doing.
Wait, we doing Southern now?
Apparently, we're all doing Southern. Oh my God, we need to have.
Get
What's
it
the-
together.
We're just a passel of big old devil babies.
Oh
in
my
here.
Oh
god.
my god! Stop saying devil babies.
Oh my God. Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Our
Suddenly,
next
Texas devil baby man.
Oh my lord.
our next flight of fandom will be set in the True Blood universe.
No,
oh, suck it.
I almost.
Send help.
Okay.
Sand devil babies.
All right.
Okay.
Why am
all
I
right,
the
we're a
one
little
putting my
punchy
foot
tonight.
down? Why am I the
Little
one
punchy.
putting the foot down? That's wrong.
How does it feel, Hopper?
It's gonna keep coming back throughout tonight, isn't it?
Okay.
In it.
Isn't it?
Isn't it? It's a harsh thing, isn't it? Okay. So, Kindred, you find yourselves at the edge of this open square, and I think that this requires a little bit of music. So, all of you have seen what you've seen. Amberlee, you have made out clearly that this 8-foot tall figure.
I haven't made out yet.
Goals.
Hashtag life goals.
But I'm gonna.
Go on.
So,
You get an extra die for that, right?
oh yeah, absolutely. Please take a
Yes.
dive forward.
Woo!
All right. So, guys, you have clocked this large devilish figure. Amberlee, you are the only person that knows that this thing is in fact a devil. It seems to have this long goat face, wings sprouting out of its large, muscular, haunched over shoulders. It also has a spiny, bone, forked tail. At which point, you guys are all kind of on the periphery here, but I need to know what everybody is doing.
I'm applying lipstick. I got my
Tash?
compact out, and I'm just like, okay,
Is it a compact with the ring light in it?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait,
shit.
how do you
Okay.
use a compact? But it like, can you?
got a
'cause there's
battery in
no
it.
mirror.
Oh
The
right,
mirror.
there's that.
Wait, are you a vampire that shows up in reflections?
Oh well, so modern mirrors are made with aluminum, not silver.
Let's go with that.
There you go.
Yeah, this one's modern enough to have like a ring light attached.
Yeah.
That would
Which
have
is-
been funny if I just wasn't looking at anything though. Still doing it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I almost think of it as like an electronic viewfinder instead. Like maybe it's kind of like maybe you got it special. Like all the
Yeah.
Japanese influencers have
It's the
these.
aesthetics.
Yeah.
I mean, it could basically be a selfie camera because then vampires show up on digital, obviously, and yeah, like it's
There's
a
no
little selfie
silver
camera.
involved in digital. It's fine.
Yeah. Ah.
Ah.
We solved
bleh.
this. We cracked it wide open.
But yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Vampires Among Us, film at 11. Anyhow, so, all right, you are applying lipstick. What else? What is everybody else doing? Keep in mind that Nick and Kayla are have kind of gone quiet on your walkie-talkie, Tosh, because you have left them in the parking lot.
Tash is still like crouched down in the weeds, waiting for the rest of the gang to join her. I believe that's where we left off. And no, I think she pointed out the figures in the distance, but she's still down, not trying to attract attention. At least in theory.
Excellent. Vlad and Connor, what are you guys doing?
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm
pleasure.
just crouched down next, like near Tash, because she had called us over, and I actually got that we needed to be sneaky about this. So I'm like crouched down near Tash, sort of behind this vegetation. Hey, so who is that guy? He's like really big.
You tell me, is this normal for giant 8-foot tall creatures to be present in among us?
Well, it depends on who the creature is. I don't know. It could be anybody. I'm more concerned about who he is. The 8 feet tall is a little disconcerting, but I don't know. Maybe.
I'm French. This is a very American problem. I mean, of course, the obnoxiously large size, it has to be American.
Okay, well, are we going to ask him or something? What do we do?
Connor, what are you doing?
I'm trying to decide how dumb I am. Hold on.
That's what you roll for.
Oh God. I'm gonna roll
for
a
dumb.
d20 because you can't make me. Choose. Oh, very dumb. Into the dice, then to the pint glass of shame with you. So Kana is still in the form of an Irish wolfhound, and has glowing red dramatic eyes because of another ability, gangrel, or sorry, primordial ability. And I think the real question is, what is Princess doing?
Princess, I think is actually probably riding on top of you, like kind of like balanced between like the very muscular shoulders of your Irish wolfhound form, and it's almost kind of like trying to balance and kind of like paw into the right place, and of course still shivering like a wet noodle, just because all tiny dogs do that.
Yeah, like it's like there's a dual shock controller just going off on this big fucking boyo's back. One of the rules of Vampire the Masquerade is that you have to maintain conservation of mass largely. So Kana turns into a very large dog, and I think Kana is gonna start to go around. Kana's gonna do flanking. He's been in like 7 wars, y'all. Like he knows the flanking stuff. He's just let's see what's going on here.
So I will say, I remember on the tail end of your last session that you guys had managed to roll really well on your stealth checks. However, what I am going to ask you to do as you move around is I would like all of you, let me double check. I would like all of you to make a wits awareness, as you can also argue investigation or occult. So whichever you guys are proficient with, whichever you choose, go ahead and roll. Tell me how many successes you get.
Remember, willpower lets you re-roll.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to use one. I haven't yet.
Excellent. Willpower will let you re-roll up to 3 dice.
Nice.
How
All
does
right.
willpower refresh?
You don't.
It don't. But the thing is that eventually you kind of like get opportunities to refill it. But the other thing I will ask though is for you guys to remember that willpower can also be used to free you from ensorcelment.
In what now?
From ensorcelment, from
What at?
mesmerism.
Oh, okay. All right. I have 1 success.
Excellent.
3 successes.
3
Yeah.
successes.
Also 1.
Okay. Also 1. Un. Okay, so as you guys are walking around, Amberlee, I think once again, because you've got this moment where like, who is that?
Eyes on the prize.
Yeah, and you are listening very intently, and you hear a familiar voice. You hear the voice of Sem Vanderberg on the ground in the center of this large open area. I don't understand what it is. Why I'm here? You told me there would be virgins here. I don't see any virgins, but I could probably imagine, yes, maybe there would be some virgins coming here, but there are no virgins here now. And you hear the voice that probably barely registered to you guys, almost like kind of like, as vampires, the voices of mortals can be fairly annoying, like gnats buzzing around your ear. And you hear the voice of Patrick. Seems familiar. Just be quiet. Just everything needs to line up. And also, Amberlee, as you are walking around, you hear a slight sizzling noise.
Is that because the Jersey Devil's so hot?
Well, if your dish is 8 feet tall with 2 wings in lieu of arms, it's pretty hot.
Said what I said.
So Amberlee's the only one who sees this, right?
Yeah, Amberlee, you're the only person that can kind of make this out. Also, I would say this is in part also your aspects allowing you to hear more of what's going on.
So if we're still all crouched down, I'm just gonna like kneel down with everybody else and be like, hey, like Sammy's here too. Was this like a party that we totally didn't get invited to?
Well, Sammy.
Sandberg.
Oh,
Oh.
the person who watched me die? Oh,
Yeah. Totally. But like,
Wait,
his
like
little-
over there?
yeah, over there. You can't
He,
hear
the
this?
8-foot tall guy? He
No.
was not that tall the last time I saw him.
She's like gonna point. Just like, he's over there. See?
If I look, can I see him?
Oh, you do see I will say that you see kind of like through this Netflix grade mist that we established from last week, that you see a hooded figure and you see the some sort of form at the ground by this hooded figure's feet.
Okay, well, what's he doing here? He's
I don't know.
Walking.
Are they
I think we were
sacrificing him?
they're talking about virgins, and right now I'm starting to feeling a little bit slighted that there was something going on here, and with like certain guests, I guess, that we weren't ever asked to like officially come here. Is anyone else getting like cheesed off by that? Because I am.
Amberlee, is he tied up on the ground?
Is he tied up? Did I see that? He just looked like he was on the ground.
Give me a wits awareness.
That's going to be another 3 successes, 8, 9, and 8, and a 5.
Excellent. So you do see at a distance, there is the slight rising hiss of steam. But what you perceive as either more mist or steam, but is actually smoke that is coming off of, with a sizzling noise, off of what appear to be a pair of silver chains crossing Sem's torso.
Oh, that's yikes.
So the ritual sacrifice, yes, what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not really up to date on my whole like ritual sacrifice thing. I was turned in the 90s. We stopped
perhaps
doing that.
being invited to this party, not being invited to this party is not the worst thing.
Okay,
But-
so are we just going to go then? Are we good?
No, you tell
We're
me.
good,
He's,
right? Yeah.
he's
Well,
your
like,
boss daddy.
can
What
stay
is he
here,
for? What is he to
but-
you?
The time is nigh.
Oh dear.
The stars have aligned across the points of the slaughtered grounds, the killing grounds of this township. With the support of the devil himself, I shall spill the blood of a prince and claim my immortality and benefits.
Okay, he's like yelling really loud now. That's weird.
Is that Patrick yelling?
Here.
That is Patrick yelling. All of you hear this now. And
Tash,
you
It's like
hear
so corny.
you hear you hear the sound of just a bleeding goat mixed with almost this Chewbacca like roar, like at which point you hear Patrick yell, "And dental!" So, what do you, and you see also, Amberlee, through your keen sight, a dagger that is now in Patrick's hand, being raised up above his head.
This feels like some aggressive work negotiations. Like, I think this is wild. This is so wild.
Do you care if he murders your boss, Daddy?
I'm sorry, what?
I don't know what Sam is to you.
I'm sorry, what did you just say? No. I haven't like seen like any daddies around here, but there's certainly one over there, and it ain't Sammy.
But is it okay if that little shit kills Sam? I mean, I'm not particularly
we
fond
shouldn't
of
set a
either of them.
like we shouldn't set a precedent. Like familiar shouldn't be killing their vampire masters. It's bad. It looks bad. It's whatever.
And as you're saying, it looks bad. As the whatever this dagger
it already
is,
happened.
Wait, is the dog anywhere near it?
the dagger strikes true.
Oh dear, we just watched this happen.
Wait, I'm in the general vicinity.
Well,
I mean, I wouldn't stop it, but I could.
We're great.
It's not a baby. He don't care.
Yeah, Connor doesn't
We have
give a shit.
standards.
yeah, and you see what you think is going to be the lifeblood of Sem spill out of his chest, but what instead appears to fly out are a number of what appear to be kind of like smoke mist like spirits, and the reality around you begins to shimmer. It says, "Yes, and now the stars must align." As you realize the reality around you begins to shimmer and form almost like this crimson sepia tone flashing backward and forward between what was ostensibly this kind of ramshackle but sparely used Action Park Mountain Creek now becomes, it seems to dip in and out of time towards the Action Park of old. And all of the lights begin to alight around all the attractions as power seeps out of Sem and begins flowing into the cables that meet in the center of this area.
Oh, what?
Okay, so like this is
Does he
really
fuck?
weird.
Are we
I feel
back
like
to
we're
the future?
intruding. I don't think we should be here for this. It seems like a private kind of a deal.
But the lights are on. Yes. This is
And-
not. What's
Mhm.
happening?
Sorry, I am doing a bad job of painting a word picture here.
No, you're fine. Our character
We're just We're just dumbasses.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I was like,
that's-
can Tash roll to figure out if she's smart enough to know what the fuck's happening?
Absolutely.
Tash
Any
is
of you
definitely
guys,
the smartest person here.
you guys can either give me intelligence occult or awareness occult.
Oh, I totally want to do intelligence. 1 dice. Here we go.
Intelligence.
Oh, that's
For
a
sure.
6.
Did you say intelligence awareness?
Mm-hmm. Intelligence awareness occult, or intelligence occult.
Yeah, we've got 5 of these. Shit. Okay.
Somehow I
okay.
got 2 successes.
1 success from Connor.
I'm using a willpower to re-roll.
Can
Okay.
I roll for princess?
You may absolutely add 1 die for princess.
Like, how?
Okay.
Why? I was joking, but that's a success too. So that's.
I've got 3 successes, 1 of which is a crit.
Okay. Awesome. So, in that case, Vlad, you had 2. Connor had 2. Amberlee, how many did you have?
1 out of 1.
1 out of 1, and then 3 with the crit. Okay.
Yes.
So as Tash, you have done enough research and you've looked at enough German woodcuts and read enough terrible kind of prognostications from celebrity vampires that this is basically what is known as a blood ritual, blood sorcery, beginning to kind of shape the world around you because it's
dear.
mixed and tinged with infernal magic. I will say this. I think the people with 2 successes, each of you realize that this is kind of a illusory effect that seems to be taking shape and becoming more corporeal. It's almost seeming to overlay over the park itself. Whereas I think Conor, with Princess's help, I think Princess also kind of whispers into your mind, "Everything smells weird, Master. It does not smell toward at all." And as you guys realize that the very fabric of reality is changing, that is when you also hear from different points off in the distance, "Hey, what about the virgins we were promised?" As you guys start hearing different voices basically speaking up from all around the park, and you hear Conor, I will say, with your extraordinary hearing as an Irish wolfhound, you hear, "Wow, that's one sexy dog." And it's Brad's voice.
This is some hot fuzz.
All right, what is everybody doing?
Yeah, I think we should just go back to the car.
Can I like
don't
sneak
know.
forward?
It seems like if Sam Vanderburg is dead, our job's kind of done. We don't have to do what he says anymore. So
Including,
that's just my opinion, guys.
including keeping Brad and Kristen entertained.
I'm sneaking forward.
As you
Oh.
okay.
I believe Amberlee has a crush.
Okay, so Amberlee, I would, if you are sneaking forward, I would like you. There's a couple of things that happen.
Oh, I'm sure there are.
We're too dumb to survive.
I would like you to make dexterity stealth move.
Yep.
What was it? Vlad, as you say, well, if Sam Vanderburg is not going to be alive, you hear, "Oh, this really hurts! Patrick, where are the virgins? I can forgive this, but they're the virgins."
Ugh, okay, I
3
guess it's
successes
five. I don't
out
know.
of 3.
Okay, so I
Give
am
your boss
going.
daddy.
I'm going to roll 1 hunger die for our large friend. I'm gonna see how this goes. I need to get new dice. That's 2 successes. So the very large demon / devil doesn't notice your approach, and I will roll 3 dice for Patrick. Hold on.
Doesn't think I'm a snack?
I depends on what snack you mean, dear. And Patrick rolled a 1 success, so you managed to sneakily kind of advance towards this scene. Vlad, you are hearing Sem kind of yell out in more indignation than pain. Yeah. What and Tash and Conor, what are you guys doing?
I still don't know who this fucking Brad guy is, but I don't know. This is a good kiss. I'll go see what the deal with that is.
If Vlad is moving forward with Amberlee, Tosh will follow because she has her phone camera out. She's still a documentarian. Even though she will say, Vlad, are you sure your boss, father, daddy, whatever, will not be upset if you leave him?
Okay,
to
listen,
get tortured?"
as a full-time Uber driver, I am my own boss. This is one of the perks of what I do. And that guy, he's not my boss. He does not pay me. He has never paid me. And he asked me to do a favor because he's a very powerful guy. But right now, he is not that powerful a guy. So he was just sort of on the ground. Oh,
Would he be upset if you left him on the ground?
I don't want to. Okay, fine.
Does he?
And
Do you care?
Vlad vanishes.
What? The fuck?
Just vanishes into thin air.
The
Awesome.
camera just pans from side to side as Tash is like, what the fuck?
It sounds like you are using your obfuscate discipline.
Yeah, so I would like to use Unseen Passage, which is a thing that I have, to walk up behind Patrick and, I don't know, kill him.
Drain him dry!
Okay. All right.
Little Vlad the Rad walking through the action park, taking all the
Little
Patricks
cheat.
and bopping him in the head.
I would like you to use. I will say that this is going to be. Are you trying to do this quickly, or are you trying to do this brutally?
Why not both?
I mean, I would say no. I'm trying to be careful about it, and then just very suddenly and very brutally, like I don't have anything on me. Like I have a mouthful of scraggly fangs, so I guess I'm just coming up behind him, and I'm
You're
gonna
Nosferatu.
bite his throat out. I guess.
And Tasha's
Vlad
just
isn't
capturing some camera. That's all
enthusiastic
she's
about
doing.
this.
Give me a dexterity brawl roll.
Great. All right, so that's just 2 for me. Do I have anything for Unseen Passage? Do I add
Yeah.
anything for that?
You know what? Take because Patrick is unaware. Take 2 more dice.
Okay, great.
Sneak attack.
All right. Oof. Yikes. 1 success.
Ooh.
Willpower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want this to work. Why not? I can spend willpower to roll an equal amount of dice. Reroll.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Also, for Unseen Passage, the cost is 1 rouse check.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Okay.
do me a favor. Roll your rouse check. If you get below 6, you are hungry. So increase your hunger by 1. Or if you get above 5, then you're fine.
Okay, remind me of the pool for the rouse check.
Just a single die.
Just a single? Okay, great. 6.
Okay. So you are not hungry.
Right.
And with willpower, you can spend 1 willpower to re-roll 3 dice. So feel free to do that if you'd like.
1 per 3?
Yeah, totally.
Ooh, well, that's a good exchange rate.
It
All right,
is.
so I'm going to
Mhm.
spend 1 and I'm going to re-roll 3.
Excellent.
Oop,
Ma-
just lost it off
Or
the
are
table.
you?
Well, it didn't help me at all.
Okay.
None of them
dear.
were successes.
No more
Oh
successes.
dear.
Oh no.
Okay, and as
How many times am I allowed to do this?
Oh god.
I
It's like you're trying to find the
No,
it's like you're
it's one success.
Okay.
trying to find the artery, but you're not. It's just spraying everywhere.
Yeah, I think
Just like-
I think you managed to get it. Like, I don't know if you hit an artery. I think you just kind of like gnaw, and like I think it's like you haven't ever really kind of like you hate doing this. So
Vlad almost never bites anybody.
Yeah, exactly. And so what you end up doing is you try to like break the skin, but I think like more of your like part of your like weird kind of baby / scraggly crooked teeth catch more of his collarbone than
Yeah.
his actual neck, and you can't really kind of form a like a bite.
Are you just chewing on his bone?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like I gotcha.
Can Tash see this not working?
Yeah, I think what happens, Tash, is you see Patrick go like, oh, what, a skino horsefly, and then like slap at his collarbone, and instead of hitting what he thinks has got to be like a mosquito or something, just full on smacks like something that actually repels his hand.
What does he do?
Yeah,
Oh,
he just
you really freaking face, man!
and, yeah,
Okay, if that happens, Tash is going to say, "Oh God damn it," and she is going to try to slash out at Patrick's neck with her vampire strength.
I think, yeah, okay. Why don't you go ahead and I think you're going to probably, yeah, okay. So go ahead and roll Strength and Brawl.
Okay, I do want to tap into my prowess, which requires one rouse check.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
That's a fail, so my hunger is now at 2.
Excellent. And yes, okay.
So you said, okay, when activated, add the potence rating of the user to their unarmed damage value, as well as to feats of strength, and add half their potence rating round up to their melee damage. I don't know what any of that means.
Okay, so I think what you do is you, first off, how many dots and potence do you have? Just 1 or 2?
2.
Okay, so add 2 dice to your attack, so Strength and Brawl.
Okay, Strength and Brawl.
Unless you're like braining him with like a melee weapon, at which point then it would be melee.
All I have is a phone in my hand, so.
All right, so Brawl it is.
Oh, okay. What is it if I have a so I have 2 crits? One's on a blood die, one's on a regular die. What does that mean?
That is what we like to call a frenzied critical. Or a brutal critical. So
okay.
So I would like you to describe how the beast inside of you overwhelms your own human instincts and wreaks havoc on Patrick's body.
Okay, so I'm a Bruja. We're not really known for our subtleties in life. So hearing Vlad sound like somebody chewing on bone and this little shit and all the anger that Tosh still has that like she's now no longer human and Patrick was there, like I don't know, she just kind of blames Patrick for the everything and like she big mad and she's also just like scared out of her mind and she's just like fuck this and like she doesn't know how strong she is. She's a brand new vampire. So she's gonna reach through with her fingers for the jugular and rip it out.
Okay.
And then just be like, oh shit.
Yeah, exactly. I think what happens is, you reach forward and you grab Patrick by the jugular. And as you do this, he recognizes you immediately and says, You're the one that stole the blood I ordered. I bought it on eBay. And you just rip the throat out of Patrick. And there's just this awful gurgling noise. And that is when you expect Patrick to drop, but he stays standing. And he looks at you balefully as this really nasty, like little gusher of blood just keeps kind of as he's just like staring at you, and you realize that whatever Patrick has done has given him some form of immortality.
Is he immortal?
More
immortal?
and Patrick, like almost defensively, kind of steps back, covering the gouge you've made out of his throat, and that is when those 2 large leather wings enfold him in or not large leather wings. What instead is these 2 large talons. What you realize, no, it's not the talons. It's the spiny tail wraps around Patrick, and the wings begin to flap. Amberlee,
is Vlad stuck in there? Was Vlad behind Patrick?
I think I probably backed up, like when the blood's like Vlad, I think reappears off to the side, like just blood splattered over his face.
What
like,
condition are your
across
sunglasses
his
in?
Sunglasses, yeah,
Just-
just a splatter of blood across the sunglasses. Like, oh yeah.
Tosh, you totally scared him away.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he's leaving now, and you.
Are we stopping him? What's the plan?
He tasted like a boiled steak.
Oh.
Can't get the taste out of my mouth.
So
Does anybody want this? I just hold out the jugular that's still gushing blood.
I'm good, thank you. Ugh.
I will say this as I will say that as the wings are flapping, I will give Amberlee, as you have been making this stealthy approach forward, I will give you one chance to interact with this handsome devil before it seems to take off with Patrick.
Well, I do have awe as part of my presence.
Okay. Describe for me that power one more time.
I will when there's not like just a bevy of alarms going off down the street.
I can't hear them.
Oh, good. Then
Yeah.
never mind. All right. I need to pull it up, and I didn't have it on. 1 second.
All right. No, take your time.
If Princess is anywhere nearby, Tosh will throw the jugular to the princess.
Yeah, yeah, you toss the jugular to Princess, at which point you just hear in your mind, Connor, human throat, a delicacy among my kind. And just like almost like this little goblin just descends on.
I'm kind of picturing like out of the grass, you just see like the big bug eyes appear and then.
Exactly. It's
Unfortunately,
exactly like
it doesn't want to load.
All right.
I can read it.
Lovely
What is
technology.
awe under?
Oh no! Wait, it comes suddenly. It is its presence,
Okay.
but it still needs to come.
It's
Technology is great for
Looks
multiple
like
reasons,
it's
but not for
your
this.
manipulation plus presence versus
Yeah.
their composure plus intelligence.
I will tell you this: the devil is not the sharpest tool in the shed.
So the devil's a
Never
himbo.
mind.
How dumb is he looking?
Is the
would you
devil
say?
aware
Where's his
that they
finger
are
to
being
stop?
affected? Because that's the only way they can resist.
So I will tell you this. I will roll 2 dice you know what? High or low. High. I'm gonna roll high or low. High, it understands it's being affected. Low, it does not. Okay, so it rolled high. So
Good. So there's some sentience involved.
yeah, there is a little bit of sapience and sentience involved.
Is that a prerequisite for him?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, at which point I think you just you see this large 8-foot tall creature, this big cryptid, kind of look down at Princess, and with that kind of Chewbacca roar / goat sound, like it's like a very tall, large goat. It's like and
What was that again, Zach?
and then it turns
You
to
muted
face
Hopper.
Zach, my headphones cut out there really fast. Can you do that one more time?
and that is when it spins to face you, its eyes weird and goat-like looking
wait.
at you, the
Yes,
irises.
a breeze picks up perfectly.
Yeah, it like the wind tousles its hair and some of the mucus and dry
I was talking
flecks
about
of
me, but that's
spittle.
fine.
Oh, you know, what was it? I want this to be a very mutual, attractive experience. And yeah, you just like, I think the internal soundtrack in your mind is "Love is in the air." So go ahead.
This is the most fun I've had in a while.
So give me your presence roll.
Yep, that's
And-
what we said. That was manipulation
Mm-hmm.
and
It was
charisma.
yeah, manipulation, and let me see. This was all manipulation and presence
Okay,
versus composure and intelligence.
nice. I don't. It's 2 successes out
This
of
yeah.
out of 5.
This one, gets 4 successes.
Oh
The one time I roll well on this damn stream.
no, it's somehow so funnier
Yeah, exactly.
that I can't do it.
So describe this scene for me.
Well, I think that like the wind is picking up. Is like the moon out? Is it like getting my good side? Is there like good lighting that's happening for the giant ring light in the sky? How is it making me look?
The giant ring light in the sky is making like very...
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very nice.
Sorry, that was in character, not me trying to shut you up there. And like I'm still in my stupid heels, and they're not great for like walking on like this dilapidated ground, and I'm like trying to like chase after it. I'm like, wait, what's your number?
You just hear as it takes off, begins flapping, and you
Need a couple more digits.
and it just echoes out, and you realize, all of you, that it is not flying out of the park. It seems to be flying some distance away, maybe about 600 feet off, towards one of the shouting voices going, "What about the virgins? We were promised virgins." And it seems to just kind of you see the large form backlit by the moon drop suddenly onto the place of where that noise is coming from. And then you just hear another voice say, "Oh no, Kiefer, he was so young." What do you guys do?
Die again.
I'm still chasing after it.
Well, okay, so I know what Amberlee's doing. What are the rest of you
I'm not
doing?
going very fast because I'm wearing heels, but
Tash and her camera are following.
Excellent. Cool.
Connor's going for Brad. And, Kristen if she's around.
Actually, yeah, all right, so that sounds good. Vlad, what are you doing?
Vlad.
You are coated in jugular vein blood.
This is like a really gross night. I'm not having a good time. This is really not what I was looking for this evening. Hey, Prince Vanderburg, we saved you, so that's cool, I guess. Hi.
Just smoke is still beginning to like just keep leaking out of this, and just like what is it? And literally there's a large like sacrificial ceremonial dagger still sticking out of his guts, and he's just kind of like looking at all of you, just like, "Oh, you're the ones that brought the envoy. Are you the ones that also got the virgins?"
Okay, so we don't know anything about any kinds of virgins or anything like that. We were just looking for the guys who you told us to look after.
Oh, that's a pity. And
You
then-
want me to get that? It's like it's really stuck in your chest there. I
Yeah,
can
as you
sort
kind
of
of
get that out if you want.
as you point there,
Maybe that'll make it worse. I don't know.
there is a
Is
large
it like keeping part of you in? Should I not touch it? You gonna like burn me if I touch it or something?
and Sem looks
Maybe
at
I
you
can
and
get a towel. There's a towel in the back of the car. Hold on, I'll get a towel.
says,
And I'm heading back to the car.
as you do this, like, yeah, there is like, it's almost like an Ark of the Covenant style ghost that like spirals out of its chest with like a skeleton. You capture it very clearly on camera, Tash, going as it like kind of like flies away out into this seeping reality. And he just, "Oh yeah, please, if you could hurry, it itches a little."
Yeah, I'll get the towel. Just let me get a towel from the car. And maybe,
is the
maybe
towel
get two
soaked in
towels.
blood?
Everything's soaked in blood.
I keep it in the trunk. Here's the thing.
Hatchback.
I always keep a towel in the trunk. Smash cut. I always keep a towel in the trunk because my friends, sometimes they make a mess. Sometimes I make a mess. It's messy. Being a vampire is messy. you have to have a towel around, so, just in case. And we see me opening the trunk, and it is a hatchback, and I like pull it out, and it's just completely soaked through with Damien's terrible black blood. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm gonna wring it out here.
Nick and Kayla ask him what he's doing.
Yeah, I think Kayla has got has kind of picked up the slack and got a camera now. Oh, what are you doing there?
I gotta wring this towel out. It's like filled with blood. It's like it's all crusty. It's starting to dry out. Ugh, it's not really wringing good. It's fine. The towel can be a little crusty. Okay, come on, you follow me. You'll see some crazy shit. You're not gonna believe your eyes. And I'm heading back up the road, the pathway.
Yeah,
From the distance, you can still hear Amberlee going like, "Wait, can you slow down? I didn't put on my wedges. This hurts so much." And you see her like briefly like throwing the shoes away.
Because Tash was about to yell, "Take your shoes off."
Conor, in Wolfhound form, what are you doing throughout all of this craziness?
Connor's sprinting towards where he heard Brad's voice from.
As you guys are moving towards Brad's voice, you see as Conor, you are moving towards Brad's voice. Amberlee, I will say that Connor's path and the path to this creature seem to diverge. Are you still going to kind of like remain on your own?
You know what they say when two paths diverge in a wood? I choose the one with the hot devil.
The goat man.
Actually, I think that's how it goes, right? Correct.
That's definitely how it goes.
I do have a literature degree.
Yeah. What was it? Robert Frost really knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, Robert Frost. Here for the cryptid fucking, for sure. True story.
True story. What was it? Chuck Tingle, actually an immortal Robert Frost.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So anyhow,
That might be the best conspiracy theory I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah. No. What was
Let's
it? No,
make that one happen.
It's true.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Entirely, yeah.
I don't know what's in this For Loco, but I believe you.
So as you guys, your paths diverge, Amberlee, you see this shimmering into reality, a sign that reads Waterworld this way. At which point, as you are loping off towards the sound of Brad, Conor, you see another sign shimmering into reality, as even in your canine black and white infravision, tinged with blood, you see reading in fairly large block letters, Motor World.
So here's the really fun story. I see a sign. Conor is not very literate. And when I say not literate, I mean not literate at all. So that's a sign, and that means nothing to me.
This sign can't stop me because I can't read.
The ultimate loophole.
Zach, you straight up have a ghost in your frame.
Yeah. It's freaking me out.
It's the microphone. It's the microphone.
I know, but it's just like it's actually blinking.
Guys, is he still there?
I don't like that. Don't like the way you phrase that.
We've been watching too much Halloween stuff. I love it. Okay, so I will tell you this. Yeah, you see a bunch of familiar symbols, Conor, that you've seen all your life, and of course you know that every time you see them, it just makes you angry. Makes you angry. You don't understand these words. Or whatever these things are, just like, who the fuck had the gall to like stab into a block of wood like that?
It's really fucking unnecessary. It's just like, look, if you have something to say to me, say it to my face, bro.
What did that tree do to you is the question.
Nothing
right?
at all. It was a good fucking tree, and I find it disrespectful that you cut it down and you put weird symbols in it and you expect me to find some sort of fucking meaning in that? What is this, some creepy religion? Fuck you and fuck your sign.
It's like Charlie Day possessed you for half a second.
Excellent.
Could be worse.
So the paths diverge, and Tash, which person do you follow? And Vlad, are you kind of trying to follow suit? What are you doing?
Okay, so Amberlee is odd, and Conor is even.
Mm-hmm.
And even looks like I'm going to Motor World.
Excellent. Vlad, you have seen everybody starting to diverge paths. Which way do you go?
Okay, why is everybody running off into the freaking park in a million different directions? Okay, so I got the towel. It's a little. I'm back talking to Vanderberg now. Okay, so I got a towel. It's covered in blood, and it's not the good kind. It's vampire blood, so it's shit. But don't worry, I'm gonna wrap it around the handle of this thing. I'll pull it out. And do you normally have all of these guys inside you? Is that like a regular thing? You're just full of guys all the time?
One of the side benefits of living as long as I have is you have a large maybe deposit of rotten souls if you ever need some. They're very good party favors.
That's wild, man. And I wrap the towel around the handle of this ceremonial dagger, and I attempt to wrench it out of Sem Vanderberg's chest.
Okay, I would like you to give me. God, what am I gonna make you roll for this? All right, I think that this is strength, but I think it is also medicine, occult. Yeah, medicine or occult. You know what? No, it is strength and resolve. As these things are flying out at you, they are testing not only your physical ability, but your mental fortitude as well.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was watching my cat.
As we're all
Stop
of
the
us.
show! The star has
Hi,
arrived.
Goblin. Do you want to go out? Did you make a mistake by being in here when I closed the door? You did.
You regret your life
Fucked up,
choices.
buddy.
Ah, Gerblin. Go do what you gotta do, man.
This is the most important thing that's happened on stream.
100%.
In history.
Just his little face of just like, yeah, I did. I done fucked up.
Father, I have made a mistake.
Father, I have erred in
He
judgment.
was fast. I knew this would happen. He was fast asleep on top of the wardrobe. And I looked at him. I said, "You're asleep now, but in the middle of the stream, you're gonna get up and you're gonna demand that I let you out after I close the door, right?" And he said
face
nothing.
hurts.
And he said no. Kids these days.
My face hurts.
All cats are disparaged Victorian
Yep.
children. Change my mind.
A cat spirit shaped like the head of Bast from Egyptian mythology emerges from and spirals around the dagger out of Sem's chest. So, could you please make me a strength and resolve roll, please?
Great.
What is in this man?
Strength
Oh, that
Party
one is an
favors.
old one.
and resolve.
He's multi-dimensional.
All right.
You haven't been to enough parties with him.
And take one forward for Gerblin's luck.
Oh, great. Okay. Then in that case, I have to go to I'm out of dice.
What?
Too many dice.
How many did you
Too
roll?
many dice.
Too many dice.
I only have 6.
You only
If I
have
roll 7, I have to go to the internet.
All right. Go ahead.
Vampire dick roller. Uh-oh. I fucked up. He is important. A lot of fun here tonight. So.
Yeah, you
Website
better.
made by Amberlee.
I'm trying.
All right. So I have 7 successes.
7 successes. Yeah, you just like. Oh, I don't think.
2 tens.
Yeah, and which 2 tens? So
Two
you have-
10s and 3 regular successes.
Okay, 2 10s and 3 regular successes.
Man,
You're
your
just
Google
like,
search history.
Goblin blessed me.
yep, Goblin blessed you.
I've been blessed by the Gerb.
And blessed by the Gerb, Vlad, you begin, like, I think at first Sem is just like, oh, you just gotta be very careful. I don't think that's gonna, oh, that's it! And you end up wrenching this ceremonial dagger out of Sem's chest very quickly. The hole still remains there. It is kind of like trickling little black blood, and where the hole was made, it seems like it kind of pierced through porcelain and not through actual flesh, for lack of like somebody had
edges are like sharp. They're like shattered.
Exactly, like somebody stuck a chisel into a marble statue and then pulled it out. That's what you essentially did. And Sem just looks at you and says, oh, well, that's very nice. Could you do something about the chains now? Because that would be nice as well, to just get rid of the chains. That would be lovely.
Okay, just hold your horses, man. You're like being really demanding right now. I just like saved your life and stuff, so.
And yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of change this up while you're kind of negotiating, like kind of like back and forth with Sem. I am gonna say that.
Are the ghosts still pouring out of him, or did they stop with the dagger?
They stopped with the dagger, but all of them are still circling around.
Okay.
And just like some of them just being fairly obnoxious, just kind of like floating in front of you, like, but not actually like touching you. Just like they're trying to like intimidate you
Like
or something.
the sort of obnoxious where, you know, you might sort of just float vaguely in the background and kind of look significantly at something you want, like a door that you might want to go out of, and you know, like that kind of obnoxious.
Exactly. It's kind of like one of those things where it's and just kind of at which point when
Like
you're
bad Halloween decorations.
yeah, exactly, when you are no longer impressed, it just kind of it swims away like a goldfish.
Like a goldfish.
Okay, so while you are doing that, I believe it is Conor and Tash, right? Okay. You guys are entering into Motor World, and there is the sound of several kind of crying out vampires that are just kind of like, some people are all manner of accents from all over the world, just saying, so the Virgin's coming, cause what's this long concrete tube? Oh no, wow, this is what is this, a skate park? Ah! And you guys just see, as reality is beginning to shimmer, there are several large attractions and rides that seem to manifest into being. I would like both of you to once again make awareness wits checks.
Scoot, scoot, scoot. Oh wow, I said that out loud.
Awareness and wits. All right. That is 1 success.
Okay. How about you, Connor?
That is a solid no successes. That's a 2 and a 5.
Okay. So, Tosh, you are looking around for anything that can be kind of construed as something like that, like a landmark. And you see what appear to be a very large concrete kind of parking lot that is almost like an unmarked parking lot, but there seem to be on 2 opposing sides of it large bunkers, and there is a you realize is Kristen is in the middle of this parking lot, and she's just kind of crossing her arms, kind of like looking a little bit bored. What do you do?
Can I see the vampires who were talking about stuff?
I think with that roll, you can see probably the biggest landmark to you was this place. As you're kind of rushing around, I think that's all you really kind of get to see. You know that there are other parks. If you want to kind of ignore her, you can go to other places, but this is the first thing that jumps out at you, partially out of that sense of recognition as well.
I will, I guess, go towards her to see if she has any idea what's going on.
Okay.
Got a candidate as anybody.
And Connor, you know that you see Tash kind of diverge. What are you doing?
So I guess the real question is how much of I realize I see less than Tosh sees, but what's the biggest, most dramatic thing in this entire scene?
There is what appears to be, and I'm referring to. Oh wow. Okay, I'm referring to my map. So.
Oh boy.
There appears to be a large tower that you think you heard the voices coming from. The voice of Brad, I should say.
Okay. Connor's gonna run towards that. If it's a tower, are we talking like a little bit of stairs, a little bit of pitter patter or stompy stomps, or are we talking like water tower type shit?
This is, I would say there's like a large kind of like angular staircase going up a very large tower that you cannot make out the definition of the very top of it. Suffice to say that it appears to have like these very large kind of straps attached to the top of it as well.
Thanks, I hate it. Connor's super dumb. Connor's gonna begin to run up the stairs. I think you just see just the slammy whammy fucking just he's like happily running up. He's just like, oh, I'm gonna do the thing. I'm doing so great. This is awesome. Like, I don't know what everybody else is freaking out about. This is fucking great. And just kind of charging up these stairs, heading for the I don't know, wherever these people are.
Okay, so as you get to the top of these stairs, you do make out a familiar face. And that is very clearly, oh, hey, you look really familiar. You are, and you realize you see Brad, and Brad appears to be strapped into these large cables, while there is a large flat plane of metal between the two ends of the cables and a flat plane surface underneath his feet, which you realize are also attached to what looked to be a very large hydraulic mechanism. That you hear a whir and a click, and you have a split second to do something before I will kind of give you you smell something off. What do you do?
I apologize for my poor dumb boy. Connor, in Irish wolfhound form, looks at Brad and just kind of turns. Hey. But like, yeah, it's a dog.
And I think Brad just like looking at you goes, hey boy, and like moves to step forward, and then suddenly the ground falls out from beneath him as the hydraulics retract, and there is a large space drop of as these two bungee cables that you realize are what are attached to the flat plane stretch as Brad suddenly falls. Very quickly, it's only a few seconds before he could inevitably come springing back, ostensibly back into the flat plane. While you figure out what you're gonna do, Tash, as you make it out onto this concrete lot, with these two bunkers on either side, and Kristen looking back at you says, "Oh, my snack! I didn't think I'd see you back." And what do you do as she says this to you?
Yes, well, I'm full of surprises apparently. Do you know what the fuck is going on?
She opens her mouth to say something probably nonchalant, while kind of also like working her lip a little bit, and that's when you hear the roar of treads as these, what you would like only kind of see as waist-high tanks without drivers, come roaring out of each bunker, and begin to advance on both of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the fuck out from
Okay.
between them.
How would you like to do that?
Well, I have rapid reflexes, so I would like to use those.
Excellent. Do you do anything for Kristen?
Oh, that's tough. Yes, apparently I do. Oh fuck!
May I remind you, she killed you.
Yeah, I know. That's why I rolled for it. Oh fuck! And she just
a
on
reminder.
instinct grabs Kristen and like tries to yoink her with her. It's up to Kristen whether she resists. If she resists, she's not pulling more. Just like rapid reflexes means it's instinct, right? Like instinct is grab what you can and get the fuck out. Especially given how wigged she already is, she's on edge. So that's what she's gonna try to do. Let me read what rapid reflexes does. I don't think it gives me anything specific here.
Actually, this is a fairly good decision you've made, because basically you do not suffer penalties for lacking cover against firearms, which you start hearing the report of these tanks as they begin firing projectiles at both of you. I need you to go ahead and make me a dexterity, I will say dexterity athletics roll. I would normally give you a die penalty, a couple die penalty for carrying Kristen with you, but because you've engaged your rapid reflexes, you have no penalty.
Okay. This is not gonna go super well. Actually, God. So I only had 2 dice, and I have 2 hunger. So I rolled both hunger dice, and I just crit on both.
What?
So you got 4 successes, and you got a messy critical, or a brutal critical. All right. Describe for me how you rage dodge these bullets.
You just hear Tash go, "Motherfucker, I've had enough!" And she just goes off in a curse of French filth. And she rages so hard that basically she draws blood from Kristen. But she's being fueled by her hunger rage. She hangry, I guess. And she just, I think the being shot at really just put her over the edge.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
yeah.
she's like, "Ugh, fuck this shit."
And yeah, you pick up Kristen bodily and you just swerve unerringly through this field of projectiles firing at you. I will say that, yeah, you managed to do this without incident, as you managed to kind of like begin running away and getting enough speed between you and the tanks as they try to follow and kind of try to go off terrain. But you are sufficient enough distance away to kind of catch your breath after this moment of rage. I will say this, as you are, your lack of breath, I should say, because you're undead, as you're kind of like getting away and kind of breathing a sigh of relief, you just hear Kristen say, So are you bringing the virgins or... And we're going to cut back to Amberlee. And let me change the music up for this.
Oh, it's just sexy seduction music.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you girl.
Thanks.
Eat it.
So I'm walking in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark, and my cell's out.
What is it? Shia LaBeouf.
Buff. Oh my god, thank you.
Yeah, so you
Same
are,
brain.
Yeah, you're walking up this dirt path that's actually kind of like...
Yeah, I think I had to slow my jog down, and I'm just like, oh my god, I should have never have stopped keeping up with my cardio. And I'm just like, now I'm getting slower and slower as I'm chasing after this flying devil man.
Mm-hmm. But for all intents and purposes, the devil man has alighted on a sign someplace, or not on a sign, on an attraction someplace. You have heard the screams of Kiefer and of his companion, just yelling out, "He was so young! He had so many centuries left in him!"
I want to know who's yelling, but I also.
And I will tell you this: you see a sign for the Tarzan swing.
Oh, like I'm supposed to swing across this thing? Like that's a thing that this place expects me to do?
You just see a sign that reads Tarzan swing, and there is also an arrow going straight up, a incline path. What do you do?
It's the direction that I saw the devil boy going.
Yeah, absolutely. I will say there is also a second line. There is a second sign that under it that also points the same direction, and it says Cannonball Loop.
Oh no. I know what that is. I'm gonna go up the incline.
Okay. Towards the okay. So as you are walking up the incline, the path diverges, and once again you see those two signs, one of which reads Cannonball Loop, one of which on the left-hand side reads what was the other one that I said? The
The Tarzan swing, right?
Yeah,
there we go.
yeah.
That was right. Tarzan swing. Yeah. And I would like you to make a wits awareness as you try to figure out.
Asking a lot of me.
I will also say intelligence.
I think we've left the awareness around. Oh, that's funny. My intelligence is a whopping 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's only 1 success.
Okay. I will tell you, with 1 success, you feel like if you were to go to the left path towards the Tarzan swing, it might lead you where you want to go.
Cool. Well, I was heading in that direction anyway, so I'm just gonna keep on going. And I think that at this point, Amberlee's gonna call out like, "So are you like shy or something? Cause like that's okay. Like that's totally chill. Like I'm almost at like 2 million followers, but really it's like whatever."
And off in the distance, a little bit ahead of you, you hear.
Okay, cool. So we're kind of communicating. That's great. Like, and I'm like picking my way through like some of this brambled path. Like, do you normally make like people sort of run this, whatever? Like, I like your little lair. It's got a lot of personality.
As you are making your way up, I need you to go ahead and make me a dexterity brawl roll as a ceremonial dagger tries to cross in front of your face.
Rude. So rude. That's 2 10s.
4 successes. You immediately backstep as Patrick leaning into the strike with one hand, tries to bring the dagger down in front of your face, misses because he's using the other hand rather than to steady himself to keep a hand over the place where his throat used to be.
I like sidestep so casually, and me being the tactful and ever aware vampire always about what's going on around me. Oh my god. How long have you known? Like, who is your friend? Stop swinging that around. Who is your friend? Seriously, that's really rude. Stop it. Who is your friend? And why were you, like, keeping him from all of us?
Yeah, and it's a strangled gurgle that I won't try to recreate for the stream.
No one is helpful tonight.
It's like,
That's that good audio.
child. The 13th child of Mother Leeds.
Wait, so, like, that sounds like he's, like, is he, like, in a band or something?
He's not in a band.
and just swipes
It's
again.
like a little devil baby.
Yeah, just this familiar mortal is immortal but ineffectually swinging out at you.
Yeah, I think at some point I'm gonna grab his hand with that based on that roll, and I'm gonna use compel to be like, stop it.
Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna look that up. I believe because technically Patrick is a supernatural creature now. I need you to roll. It's not dominate. Oh wait, it is, but compel. Okay. So charisma and dominate versus intelligence and resolve.
Sweet.
All right. So I'm gonna roll 5 dice.
5?
How'd you do?
I've got 3 successes, one of which is a 10.
Okay, I had 110, and unfortunately, yeah, I think at which point you see the ceremonial dagger drop from Patrick's hand.
Thank you. I pick it up, and I like put it in my purse. Click that close. Put that around.
How many daggers does this boy have?
Wait, what?
I got that on eBay.
It just seems like, yeah, and like I think as the robe opens, you just see there's a bunch of like what appear to be occult ephemera just up and down the lining of this robe. What's the next thing you do?
Okay, we are gonna need to talk about your sense of style at some point, but like, can you like, I know like we're totally crashing your little shindig, and I would apologize for that, except I really don't care. Can you like introduce me to your friend, like who in a band with like 13th child or whatever? That sounds so indie. Like that sounds like really underground. Like, what is he like?
And there is a gleam of light in his eye as he looks at you and says,
Yes, I can.
and we're gonna cut there. Vlad, you are picking up Sem Vanderberg, who's just stopped leaking spirits and is just looking back at you and says, "Oh, thank you. I feel so much better now. Oof. I'm gonna have to put a cravat over that though."
Do you want me to like stuff the towel in there or something?
Oh, with that? Are you crazy? Ugh.
Listen, it's not the best towel, but it'll cover it up. You're leaking or anything.
Ugh. Just my luck, I get saved by the energy vampire. And you have never heard anybody refer to you as that, Vlad.
What?
I got saved by the energy vampire. What do you want me to say? What are you...
You
Mm-hmm.
you got saved by me. I'm Vlad the Red. You brought me in. You told me to take care of the guys. And with the others. I don't know any energy man. What?
No, this is what you are. You are an energy vampire. You take the sustenance of people's psychic energy. And as you kind of fail to grasp this, you feel the prince's contempt, and it gives you that big drop of serotonin in your brain. What, you didn't think it was strange you could just walk in the day?
I have good skin.
Good skin.
Vlad's skin is like pale and spotted. Again, this is a man who, I must reiterate, looks like a hairless cat in sunglasses.
Nosferatu.
And as you begin pondering the mysteries that have heretofore now unfolded in front of you, we're gonna take our 10-minute break. So guys, don't go anywhere. We got more hilarity. We're gonna finish up strong, that's for sure. We'll see you guys. It's 9:42. We'll be back at 9:50 for more hijinks. So see you in a bit. So picking up where we left off with Conor in Motor World. Split second has just is kind of going. Time is moving very slowly. Moments slowed down to imperceptibly long spans of time to mortal ken and eyes. What do you do as you watch this platform drop with Brad on it?
Jump after it.
Okay. What do you intend to do with your jump?
Connor hasn't thought that far ahead. But largely get on this platform.
Okay.
And you know, I don't know, rescue this dude. He really needs to find out who the fuck this Brad Pitt guy is. He seems to know Connor. It's just that he's real good kisser. We got to figure out what's going on there.
Excellent. Incidentally, for folks who are just joining who have no idea what we're talking about, we have ripped out the guts of Vampire the Masquerade 5e and we've replaced it with the guts of What We Do in the Shadows. So that's why everything's a little bit funnier and a lot more surreal and weird. Or, you know, more quotidian. Anyway, you jump. And
it's a lot of words to say fucking stupid.
Exactly. Very fucking stupid. Anyway, as you jump after, you begin your quick descent down towards the bottom of this platform, and right as you are passing in front of Brad, your eyes lock as you realize Brad is in the middle of saying a word which has slowed down for your benefit, and you realize that he is about to say bat and transforms into a bat right in front of you as you are still traveling on your way down.
You just see these Irish wolfhound ears fluttering upwards in the wind.
So I need you to make me a dexterity. Let me see what we could possibly call this check. I'm gonna say dexterity stamina, just to make sure that you can land on your feet without taking any damage.
That'll be a 5d10. Wow, that's a lot of shit. That's 2 successes.
All right, 2 successes. With 2 successes, I will say that you only take 1 point of aggravated damage as you slam into this silver-plated floor, and the tips of your paws are beginning to sizzle. As you kind of like reflexively kind of jump up and around. Princess is on your back barking, and as he barks, you hear in your mind, "Master, what is the problem? This seems to be a weird floor of some sort. It's very shiny. I want to paw it. And can we not dig through it?" What do you do?
No, this is not a dig through. And you're literally just seeing Connor's just hopping up and down, like trying to minimize the amount of time that his paws are contacting this shit. Oh, fuck.
And I think you hear the snickering of the spirit swirling around you. And that's when you hear a whir and a click of the hydraulics start up again. You have a split second. What do you do?
I jump on the thing.
Jump on what thing?
The ride? Is the ride thing on the bottom?
Yeah, absolutely.
I jump on that!
Okay, so give me another, this time I'm gonna say dexterity awareness to try and, or dexterity wits to try and guide your landing.
All right, that's 4. That is 1 success. That's a 10.
Mm-hmm. And so, okay, so you rolled 4.
I rolled 4.
You may
I
spend a willpower if you'd like.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. See,
Seems
I
like
do.
a good life choice. All right, so that puts me. Oh wow, holy shit! All right, well that puts me at 4 10s.
What?
That's the worst thing to get 4 10s on, but I guess.
My
Wait,
friend,
like you rolled 4 10s?
So I just re-roll. I had 4 dice. I had 3 failures. I re-rolled 3 using a wisdom or a willpower point.
yeah, you have
I now have 4 10s.
you have 8 successes.
Damn.
Okay, backlit once again by the full moon over the New Jersey woods above you. We see the silhouette of this Irish wolfhound gracefully jumping and leaping into the air while being ridden by a much smaller animal, this small kind of Chihuahua beagle mix with a tutu floating right around its midriff. Where do you want to land? I will say within, because you are a vampire, within 100 feet of your current position.
Oh God, my poor dumb baby. Wherever Brad is.
Yeah, and as you fly through the air and you make this 3-point landing, you don't even have to tuck and roll. There's just this majesty, and you turn almost.
Dog, make a 3-point landing.
I have no idea.
Do one of these.
With the tail, clearly the front paws, the back paws, and then the tail to thwack it on the.
It's like a 5-point landing.
A 5-point landing. There we go. 5-point landing. Yeah, you land, and almost reflexively you turn to where you know the bat must be. And what do you say?
Hey.
Excellent. And on that moment, we are going to cut as we are going to rejoin Vlad. Vlad, you have made this stirring discovery about yourself.
Okay, hold on. Prince Vanderbush, run this by me again. You're saying that I, Vlad the Red, am an energy vampire?
Yes. You are an energy vampire. You take... I'm trying not to imitate you. You are an energy vampire. You take the power from the psychic emanations of the people that you victimize because you are still a vampire. And so usually vampires, energy vampires, they focus on a particular emotion which they are able to very easily elicit from their victims. Are there any emotions that come to mind for you?
I don't know. I'm not a really emotional kind of a guy. I'm mostly just sort of try my best to, get out there, see what the kids are doing, and make sure that Amberlee helps me. I'm trying to be on the edge. People seem to like that.
You see the prince visibly sag as you begin inadvertently sipping energy from Prince Vanderburge.
Have I heard of energy vampires before, or is this the first time that I am hearing about this as a concept?
Make me a intelligence occult roll.
All right, that's just gonna be 2 for me.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. 1 success and a 10, or 1 regular success and a 10. So 3, I guess.
Awesome. Okay, so
Type.
yeah, I will tell you what. Typically that's normally 2 successes, but I will give you an extra die for this. I think that I feel like this is justified here.
All right, shall I roll another?
Little bit of bonus as you're kind of like grappling with this realization and searching.
That one is not a success.
Okay.
So we're at 3.
All right. So with 3 successes, you are beginning to search your feelings and search what you know to be true. You actually remember. I think that in your mind you remember a time. I think that there has actually been some people that you have trafficked with, in the city of New York and the 5 boroughs. You remember like you had an office job very briefly before you became an Uber driver. And there was this one guy that you don't know what it was about him. He had these thick glasses. He was completely bald. He actually kind of resembled you a little bit, but seemed to be like had kind of a better complexion and less snaggly teeth. Obviously this didn't work out because in an office, like even like kind of like maintaining servers or what have you, whatever you needed to do to kind of like keep the lights on. This guy was always seeming to be hanging out around people that were like busy working, and you would sometimes see his eyes glow blue as he talked to them, and as he did that, they began to sag deeper and deeper into the confines of their chairs, and you realize that you've seen similar things happen with riders in your car. You remember this guy's name was Colin, and he just, like, you hated talking to him so much, and you felt so sapped every time you talked to him that you had to leave that job.
So wait a second. You're telling me that I have been trying to bite people on the freaking neck for 30 years and I didn't have to do it?
Yes, it's completely unnecessary. Why would you do something like that if you're an energy
I
vampire?
thought I was a vampire. Everybody I talked to, you're a vampire. You got to bite the guys and you do the thing and you with the blood and everything. I've drank so much blood. I hate it.
Well,
it
you
freaking sucks, man. It's like gross. It's like, ugh, the texture, it's bad.
Well,
it's bad, and I've been trying to do it. I thought I needed it to live.
Well, and yeah, the more you talk about this experience with you, the more kind of like filled up and like energetic you feel, and the more the prince seems to sag talking to you. And the prince finally says, look, I'm very sorry. Yes, you're a vampire. You're a particular type of vampire. I need to take a rest. Is there some dirt I can bury myself into? We can talk about this later.
Just lie down on the ground, man. I'm done. Forget it. I don't even know why I saved you. You tell me these terrible I could have been just talking to people the entire... I love talking to people. It's like my favorite thing. And the biting on the neck and the drinking my blood, it's like my least favorite thing. This is like... Wow. I'm having a time Okay, I gotta find the others. We gotta do something about this. You're good. You're like really passed out, man.
Yeah, Prince is completely motionless.
I'm gonna close your mouth and put your tongue back in. Okay, you look a little nicer now. Still got that thing in your chair. I'll put the towel on there. Okay. You look good. You still stuff it in there so it doesn't blow away. Get it in the hole a little. Okay, where is it? Conor, Amberlee, Tash.
We're going to cut from there as Amberlee. you are leading your old friend to
That's like a strong word, but
your old.
we're more like work acquaintances.
You're leading your work acquaintance to lead you on to your hopeful new friend.
Yeah.
All right, you are going up this steep incline. Patrick has got a hand over one part of his throat. And as you are making your way up, you are recognizing that some people off in the distance. I'd like you to make a wits awareness roll for me.
Okay, just one success on that one.
Okay. You look at some of these people that you can see kind of like with your awareness and with your vampiric senses, you reach out and you can see that there are some of these other vampires that have been strategically placed at different parts of the park, many of whom have been destroyed or dismembered or otherwise bled out or ritually sacrificed as the rides have kind of come to life. And you realize that they're vaguely familiar to you. Some of them. Like you feel like you've seen them in places or in movies and television.
Creepy. Hey, why are you like killing vampires? That's not cool.
When the stars align.
I hand him like a throat lozenge
Oh no.
that I had in my purse.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So like the stars are aligning and that means you gotta like kill people that you know?
And I am not going to do the gurgle because that's just really off-putting for everybody.
Don't shred your vocal cords.
Keep doing it. Never stop.
So
Don't stop for us. Only stop if you need to for you.
only stop for common decency.
Fuck common decency. Have you met us?
We've gone past that.
Okay.
But don't shred your vocal cords, seriously.
Oh no, I'm fine. Don't worry. So he basically says,
When the stars align.
that's worse. When the stars align on the killing fields, a familiar of vampires and the blood of the prince has been spilled. A familiar will know immortality.
Why didn't you just like ask to be turned?
I asked so many times.
You never
So
asked
many
me.
times. Are you offering?
Well, it's a little late now, isn't it? Like you did your whole like, woohoo, I'm gonna sacrifice a vampire and stuff. I mean, like, look, that's like whatever. It's no big deal for me to be like, now you're a vampire, yay!
I wish I'd known that like 3 months ago when I
This is
started
why you
planning
need
this.
to we communicate with people.
I tried so many times. Do you even know my name? Let me ask you. Do you know my name?
Yeah, I do. Obviously, like we've only been to Vanderburge's office like so many times. Your name is.
I'm just
There's
kidding.
a smash cut. I have no idea who this person is.
And it's smash as you smash cut back. It's like just like it's just really unsettling to like this ruin of a throat. This guy's just looking at you now, kind of almost like I can't fucking believe this.
No, it's there. Your name totally is. I want to say it like starts with a T.
Let's just keep walking.
Okay.
And Patrick continues to lead you up to this tall hill. at which point you reach feasting on the entrails of this platinum blonde mulleted vampire in a long trench coat. You see just sticking its head out as if to kind of to turn its head towards stimuli, this large 8-foot tall devil. And which point Patrick looks at you, looks at the devil, and says,
Master, Amberlee, master. Bah.
Hey.
Oh.
Sorry, I can't look at you when you do that. It's killing me. So like, what brings a devil like you to a weird theme park like this?
And Patrick translates in the gurgle. Well, actually, yeah, this... Let me ask you, Amberlee, do you think you speak devil?
There's a way to find out, I think.
Yeah,
I have
Go ahead.
specific tastes. Clearly. What do I need to roll?
You know what? This is you know what? This is so much more fun. Give me a good smash cut.
So like somebody was offering like these weird night classes shortly after that. Well, like when I got turned, and I was like super bored. And like normally I'm all like school is kind of gross or whatever, but it seemed like it was kind of weird. It was like in the basement of this old church, and when I got there, like there were a couple of like humans or whatever. I may have eaten one of them because I needed brain food, obviously. But like they were like teaching this weird language, like talk to demons, and here's me thinking like, oh, you never know who you're gonna run into in New York, right? I should totally like do that. Like my world was expanding. I don't know, I was like young and freaky. So and long story short, I can speak Infernal. Like a little bit, like enough to say like please and thank you, and you know, what's your name and number? That's you know, it's come in handy in a few nightclubs, and that's the end of the cut.
I think there's a further elaboration of this smash cut where we cut to the nightclub, and there's literally a just pin-headed Cenobite from like Clive Barker just like caressing a cubic lament configuration box, and at which point you just say in Infernal, hello.
Hey.
And kind of you just see that pin-headed look back at you like, oh, and speak, like begin trying to speak with you in Infernal, and we smash cut back. So yeah, as you are speaking to basically remind me after that, what were you discussing with
I
yeah,
was
what are you trying to
asking
find
it
out?
what brought it here.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, it's not much. There's sometimes people mistakenly believe that I am my father, the actual devil, and they fail to stipulate the wrong rune on the ritual circle, and well, then they get me, and usually I'm a little bit more fair and ecumenical. We negotiate a good deal, good benefits, 401k options, matching, maybe about 3%, and then transportation, that sort of thing. That's my specialty, really. That's really my wheelhouse.
Oh, so you're like a DMV employee?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't call it like that. Excuse me 1 second.
And he just rips a rib out of Kiefer.
Oh wow. Okay.
I just sometimes I have a nice little clause for familiars who are really pent up and frustrated with their vampire masters. It's actually the only time I really get to have basically a buffet of every supernatural creature I could ever want. And I just decided I wanted. Well, you know how, like, virgins, it's great because you're eating something you know nothing has fucked it. It's like,
Yes.
yes, it's like celebrities, it's just like a higher status meal.
Cool. Well, have you ever thought about, like, I don't know, going on a date with one? I have like 2 million followers almost on Instagram.
Crunch. Wow, that's gotta be a lot of work, putting the time
Yeah,
in.
it's kind of tough, but like, you know, I have all of eternity. Anyway, like, here's my number, and I like write it. I have like a little pad of paper. This purse now has everything in it. Who knows? It started the night out this way. And I just like hand it.
And he takes the number very gingerly, folding it with the like claws of his wings. He then looks down at the pad and then eats that very goat-like.
Okay, yeah, I didn't really need thought. Anyway.
Like a pad of paper, right?
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, exactly. And at which point he just says,
Great, I'll talk to you soon when I'm next on the surface.
and begins to descend into the earth.
Okay, it's a date. Call me.
We cut
I'm like
back.
talking to the hole in here.
Yeah, exactly. Just like this yawning chasm through which you hear the screams of torment of the damned and of other people and of these vampires that have been pulled down into hell.
And I turned to Patrick. I'm like, OMG, wingman for the win. And I like hold out my hand for a high five.
And then Tash, you are directly behind this scene, having captured all of this on film.
Okay.
I am assuming, unless, what did you want to get up to in the meantime leading up to this?
In the meantime, first I wanted to turn back towards the shooting tanks and figure out, see if anything comes out of them. Like, what is happening there?
Well, I think you've gotten like a sufficient enough distance away. I will say that go ahead and give me intelligence. I want to say intelligence occult.
Okay.
Or intelligence investigation, whichever you prefer.
Ooh, yes, investigation would be better. Because I have more dice in it. Okay. Right. 3 successes.
Okay. So as you are seeing these kind of explosions, they seem to be almost like kind of like arcane energy, like spectral energy. And you've read enough about vampires to know that like while they're fairly formidable and hardy creatures of the night, ghosts can fuck the hell out, fuck the hell up a vampire's shit, basically. So like they can do corporeal damage that it takes like a long time for you to recover from. They can simulate the effects of silver with ectoplasm, and you have a feeling that that's what might have happened. Like it might have been firing at you as you kind of traversed this world of tanks battlefield.
Tosh continues to back up and will be like, ugh, of course. In the middle of all of this blood ritual, we have ghosts trying to kill vampires. I mean, your world is quite insane, Kirsten.
And Kristen is busy looking at her phone.
I cannot believe you got the jump on me.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
Oh, nothing important. Okay, so I shall leave you here and go find my friends. I would ask if you'll be okay, but I don't care.
Oh, I forgot. I'm your sire, I think it is. So,
What?
I'm your, I think. I am technically your sire.
I did not drink your blood.
Well, no, but I drank your blood. It wasn't.
That just makes you a thirsty bitch.
Wow. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm offended. I'm a little bit.
Oh, great! She has emotions.
I'm a little nonplussed. This is just. Oh my gosh. Okay. Fine. I guess that you're on your own, and bat and just flies off, sparkling in the moonlight as she goes.
What a waste of air. And then Tosh turns around and looks for anything she recognizes.
Let me ask you, do you think that if Vlad commanded Nick and Kayla to leave the parking lot that they would have, or would they have waited for you?
Given how freaked out Tosh had looked when she told him to stay in the car, I think they would listen.
Okay.
If Vlad told them to go.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, okay. Because Vlad was just basically suggesting like, hey, come on, there's some good footage over here. It'll be good for whatever you're shooting.
Yeah, I think you just get a little ping on your walkie-talkie, and you just hear Kayla say, boss, just letting you know, I'm getting some B-roll. I didn't want to go into the park. Is it over yet?
Hopefully soon, but yeah, stay out there. There's some fucked up shit in here.
Okay.
But I also have a camera, so we're okay.
Roger Wilco.
Also,
Over.
we're going to need a agreement with Kristen to be on film because I got her turning into a bat.
Oh, we already got that when she was busy looking at her phone. She'll sign anything when she's not paying attention.
Excellent, and this is why I love you. Over and out.
Over. Out. Roger Wilco. And then just... Yeah, and then, yeah, so what do you... From there, where do you...
I will head... Because when we diverged, I think I don't know which way I went, but I know that Amberlee went in the other direction, so I'm going to try to head that way towards... From the inside of the park, where I think is closer to where Amberlee is. Hopefully, like you said, coming across the other side.
Yeah, easily enough, I think you find a pair of discarded high heels.
Oh, I'm not touching those. I keep walking.
Excellent. I think at this point, Vlad, I think that Vlad, you are kind of coming up from the center when I think you see crossing your path Tash, as you're kind of like making your way up looking for everybody. Not only that, you guys all see an Irish wolfhound that now has, in addition to the tutued princess on top of it, just a very large, handsome looking bat.
Oh. It's a little menagerie.
Oh,
Contain multitudes.
hey, Tash, hey, Conor. Yeah, you guys would not believe the crazy shit I have learned. Where's Amberlee?
We should go find her. But also, ghosts just tried to shoot me dead. Is that normal for you?
I don't know. Come
What's
on.
normal? Let's go.
And yeah, I'm headed off looking for Amberlee.
Yeah, I think all of you, even while like the ghosts have kind of like begun like swirling around, they like they don't seem to be really as active as they were before. I think that it's only a matter of time. Amberlee, what do you do with Patrick now that you've kind of gotten what you were hoping to get?
Are we like walking back?
That's the question for you.
Because like I'd want to. Because like I'm not. Listen, now that like the stud muffin's gone, like I'm out. I'm bouncing. This place is dead.
Yeah, I think that you're probably just like flicking through your Instagram feed, walking around while at the same time like Connor is like following suit behind you again, kind of covering. And at this point, you just see a bunch of spirits swirling around. Not Connor, Patrick swirling, like following behind you, and you see a bunch of spirits swirling around him.
So like you're immortal now, but like that's not fixing itself. Oh my god, are you gonna be like stuck like that for all of eternity? That would suck.
And you just see Patrick just completely look crestfallen. And then meanwhile, all of these spirits seem to be just kind of like probably floating over him, going, just looking occasionally looking at him and going, and he just like has to ignore them.
You have like a problem like here. It's like a little something.
I'm starting to realize that now, yes.
Is that normal for you?
I guess it is now.
I want to say Tom. It's not Tom, is it? Oh, it'll come to me.
And I think it's this scene that all of you kind of reunite on.
Hey!
Amberlee, hey!
Guess who gave her number to that demon?
Oh, you did it! Yeah!
I did. I do the high five.
Yeah! I go for a fist bump.
Yes, amazing.
Like with the camera, you just see like a hand very tentatively go up in front of it and go.
You see a paw reach up and smack that hand that's in front of the camera. Just a whap.
Okay, you guys are not going to believe this. Sam Vanderburst told me some stuff that is completely off the hook. It turns out I, Vlad, am an energy vampire. I don't drink the bloods. I drink everybody's psychic energies. How crazy is that? Right?
So crazy.
That is
Check,
probably
like, okay.
the most sensible thing I've heard today.
Like, check this out. This is wild. Hey, Patrick. Hey, what's up?
Patrick!
So, check. Look, I'm going to bring out my phone, and you and I'm going to do a Snapchat with us. We're going to do a video, okay? And I'll post it to my follower. Oh man, I wish we could like make a Vine. That would be great. Remember Vine? That was like a really good one. I like that one.
Totally.
And check, I will put like some, the Smash Mouth on here. That's a great track. They got a couple of good ones. Love that.
You just hear a wet thud as
we're gonna be a meme. I'm gonna put the cat on us. Look, I put the filter on. We're poppies.
And-
Hey, we have the poppy faces. And my goal here is to completely drain and kill Patrick.
I would like
Little
you.
shit.
First off, I think I need to give you a dot in occult now, just because.
Great.
Yeah, I think. I'm trying. Oh wait, you know what it is? Is let's say that this is manipulation. I was gonna say, would this be lack of charisma? Let's say manipulation resolve. I'm gonna say that.
Manipulation resolve. Okay. All right. That gives me 5.
Excellent. Let's see how you do.
Let's see how this goes. Oop, almost lost one. Yeah. Okay. 3 successes, and I'm gonna blow willpower to reroll the 2 that are not.
Excellent.
Yes.
Didn't help me at all. 3 successes.
Patrick still only got 1 success in your test. He has hit the dirt, And you now realize that you are basically draining the life force directly out of him. You feel better than you have
And
ever
now that I
felt.
know I can do it, I'm leaning into it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Check out this one. We got sparklies around us. That's really cool, right? Got
Little
this spark.
shit. Get him.
Connor and Princess.
And look, I can put sunglasses on my sunglasses.
Oh my god, no! He's become too powerful.
And all of the spirits kind of seeing two of them basically evaporate into sparkling energy. Many of them begin to leave the park, just all these shooting shadows leaving as reality warps and bends and returns to the empty Action Park Mountain Creek of Vernon Township, New Jersey.
Hey,
Hey,
I killed him.
hey, Vlad. Have you ever considered becoming a assassin of some sort? Because that was very, very well done.
Maybe it is time for a career change for Vlad the Red.
Soul draining for hire? Well, you know. Maybe
I can
Amberlee
make
can help you with the
business
PR.
cards. Oh, I can
my
make
God.
business cards with like a QR code. You can scan them. They will take you to my Twitter.
You're gonna need like merch and stuff. You're
I'll
gonna
make
need
it-
a look.
I'll make a tote bag.
And
Soul sucker for hire.
and the lights dim on this scene as we fade to black, and then a caption at the bottom reads 2 weeks later, and each of you will have an opportunity to do your denouement as you speak directly to the film crew, concluding your stories. What do each of you say?
Yeah. So, despite Jean Michel's best efforts, I never actually learned French. It's like a stupid frog language, and I don't participate in that bullshit. I mean, also fuck the British, but here we are. I don't know what denouement means, but like, I don't know. Look, I got a dog. I made out with a hot dude. In general, like, things are looking up. I got a couple good prospects. And honestly, I feel like we're all closer together than we ever were before. And I think you just see Connor wander off the screen and fall through. Like, this is in Connor's attic room, and he falls through the ceiling of the room into Amberlee's room. Like, he falls through the ceiling of the attic into Amberlee's room. So you just see legs flailing out of the ceiling.
And like a giant like makeup bag like flinging itself right as like the camera's kind of moving, but it's directly at you.
Excellent. Amberlee, what does your epilogue look like?
So you see Amberlee in front of a camera, and then to her right, sitting on another chair, is the 13th child. So we've been dating for like 2 weeks, and I think it's going well, right? We're just like casual right now. We're just gonna see how things like go. But like, I watched him like disembowel like this whole group of college students that like walked into the park, and it was super exciting. And then I got to drain one of them. It was really romantic.
And
So things are going well.
there's one of the wing claws just kind of nudges you affectionately.
And I broke 2 million followers on Instagram. And also, like, I'm pulling up a tote bag, like, and I designed this, and it just says like the rad in like a really cool font
And
with like some fangs.
as you hold it up, I think that the Jersey Devil kind of like takes a corner of it in its teeth and just begins gnawing. And you
We're trying to get Vlad to like over 1,000 followers on Twitter, so you know what to do.
and we cut to Vlad.
Things are going great for Vlad the Red. Ah, you know, I feel it is good to know who you are. You have to really know yourself to get ahead in this world. And once you have the self-knowledge of who and what you are, you can really make the most of it. And we sort of pull back to see Vlad, of course, wearing his sunglasses, but he has some sort of hair piece that is tied back up in a man bun, and a little scraggly goatee. He's wearing a big cable knit cardigan, and he has a whole bunch of bracelets. Yeah, now that I know I am an energy vampire and I can feed on people's disdain, I can really lean into it. I've started really increasing my follower count on the internet. Do you know about this? This is kombucha. It is great. And you tell people about it. If you tell somebody about this for 20 minutes, they are practically dead. Do you know this? I've started brewing my own. I have a thing of, I have a whole thing in the back I can show you. I can tell you about craft beers.
The camera begins to wobble as you tell this, and then the image stabilization begins to fail.
Hey, let me tell you about this band. They only record on cassette tapes, the 8-tracks.
You hear
They're
just
the best.
You hear off in the background, Nick, Kayla! And we're gonna cut to Tash.
You see Tash sitting in front of the screens that are in the production little room set up, and she says, "So, am I the happiest I've ever been? Probably not, but it is nice to be strong and fast. And, it could be worse. Could be, I've got some great footage, and I think tonight we shall be able to send it out. And fingers crossed, everyone will be able to see how interesting this world is. And just so we are all clear, this time I padlocked the door 6 times to make sure Amberlee did not come and set everything on fire.
From the distance you hear, "You can't prove anything."
There's
And-
also security cameras.
And as you check the locks and you kind of look on approvingly at the camera, you hear a knock on the trailer door.
I give a look to the camera and then I get up and go get it.
And I think you've probably at this point, there's a overhead camera looking on directly onto the entrance so that you could have you've installed it so you can catch Amberlee in the act if she ever takes action against your efforts again.
Yeah.
And as you open the door, there is a very stately looking woman, very elegant. She reminds you, in fact, a lot of yourself. And she looks at you and she says, "Excuse me, are you Tash?" And she says the word normally, but you hear the voice that you heard when you first imbibed the blood. Well,
Yes. Sorry, I thought I heard something from my past, I suppose. Who are you?
oh, it's less who I am and more who you are that interests me. It's my understanding that you're a documentary filmmaker with some renown.
The first is true, the second is the hope.
Well, suffice to say, you have come highly recommended. I've spoken to other members of the community, and I've peeked in on a few members of your household. And I was hoping I could interest you in a project.
I'm all ears.
Well, I never get the opportunity to tell my story, and I felt like an enterprising woman such as yourself might be able to tell it best for me.
And who are you that your story would be one folks would want to see?
I'm something of a first lady, so to speak. You may call me Lilith. And then we hear the pickup of the guitar line. Boom, 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 boom. They say if you want to live long, they have no use for you, son. You're dead, you're dead. As the scene fades to black, backlit by candlelight, we see the title, What We Do in the Shadows, followed sequentially by another backlit title, Hoboken by Night. And that's where we're going to end.
Oh my gosh.
Thanks so much, guys. This has been really great. I'm so happy that I got to run this for Flights of Fandom. For everybody that stuck it out for us, this was a lot of fun to run. I'm glad that I got to be part of the show. I'm glad that for all of the cast members. And in fact, I think it's time that we each made our shout outs and plugs, starting with David.
All right. So I have been David playing Vlad the Rad. This was a blast. Thank you to all of my fellow players, Zach for leading this whole circus, and to you, the viewers, for joining us. I, as mentioned at the top, am a graphic designer, illustrator, and game designer. If you would like to check out some tabletop RPGs, you can go over to dbb-8.itch.io. You can check out all of the games that I've designed over there, download them for free, and, like we are doing here, sit down with your friends, probably over a Zoom call of some sort, and make up some kind of crazy wild story. I am going to be off the stream for a bit as we move into our next flight. You should stick here for that one for sure. But I will return triumphantly soon with new and exciting flights on Flights of Fandom. So this has been a blast. Thank you all. And with that, I will kick it over to the next person.
Marcy, what do you have? Thanks, David, first off. Marcy, what do you have for plugs and shout outs?
Oh, I've got some good stuff. Well, first off, still me, still Marcy, aka Experimental Madness, most places around the internet except Twitter, which is once again Marciful. You can usually find me right here on this channel every Tuesday, 8 o'clock, doing Flights of Fandom. In addition to that, I'm usually every other Sunday, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the Sublime Invisible Sun stream, The Hole in the World, run by Zach and Hopper's also in the cast with us. So we've got quite a number of people tonight. We're on hiatus until 2021 for The Hole in the World. However, you should tune in, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, as we play a game called Hearthward Bound. We're all playing druidic familiars, teeny tiny little animals, all trying to find out where our masters have gone and try to get home. And it's wacky and it's hilarious. And if you've missed the first episode, you can catch it on VOD still here on this channel. Do so. It is absolutely delightful. And since we're at the end of this flight, I can tell you why you should tune in next Tuesday. Our next upcoming flight will be set in the world of Dragon Age. And if you're as much of a bonkers nerd for that video game like I and Hopper are, you should join us as we make our way through Ferelden during the time of the Orlesian Wars and occupation. It'll be a good time. Yeah, that's all I got.
Awesome. Hopper, shout outs and plugs.
It's me. What's up? As always, I have been Hopper, your resident dumpster fire. And having brought to you the delight of Conor O'Leary, who sadly we bid farewell to for now. Yeah, like Marcy said, next Tuesday you can catch us on the the Dragon Age stream, which you should check out. It's gonna be so good. And also every other Sunday during our hiatus, we're doing crazy animal creatures, and you get to see Zach be a player, which is delightful. Like he gets to be he's playing a fucking pangolin, y'all. Like he didn't say that during his slot, but like
What?
he's playing a little pangolin and he's adorable and it's amazing. Other shout outs in general, I can be found on the interwebs at Fail Deadly. That's with a 3 instead of an E, because as always, I'm a bad person. And also at the Legend Tree, which is also that Hearthward Bound is being set in my homebrew world, which is scary and terrifying. It's the first time I've ever let anybody have the keys to my baby. And our DM Bill is doing an amazing job. Other than that, you should check out Encounter Party. They've just dropped another episode. As always, they're good friends of the show, and holy shit, if you like actual play edited D&D podcasts by professional voice actors and comedians and actors, then you should check that out. That's all I got for now.
Excellent. And Puja, take us home.
Hello, folks. I'm Puja, and I, like David, am going to be taking a short, lovely hiatus during the next flight, but I will be watching my wonderful friends continue on and learning about the system. But you can still find me here on the Manapot Studios channel this November, every other Friday, playing a completely different vampire in the Constantinople by Night game, where we are playing Vampire the Dark Ages but also in a Vampire 5e setting. I don't actually know how all of that works, but it's a really good game. We have a pretty phenomenal cast, many of whom are very experienced in the Vampire LARP community. So it's played the way the game was written to be played, as opposed to the way we want to play it. So it's a really fun time, and you should come check it out. It's at 8:30 Eastern, not this Friday, but the Friday after that. So I hope to see you guys there, and I shall hopefully be back on Tuesdays in December, but stay tuned for that. And I look forward to seeing you all and interacting in the chat. In the meantime, you can find me as Pujabarwaki in the chat and on Instagram, and at Puja on Twitter. Zach, was there anything else you wanted to talk about?
I am just going to go ahead and once again plug our friends at Charging Moose Media. You guys should watch The Hunted Encore, which is a vampire hunter comedy musical that is similar in vein to this, but more musically inclined, and probably maybe just a little bit less slapsticky. I don't know. No, that's the negatory. Okay,
That's an odd. I'm sorry. There's spoiler alert. There's a scene where there's a vampire band fight.
Yes.
There's one of them plays spoons.
Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. Yeah. It's confirmed. If you want more of this, then you should watch The Hunted Encore. So shout out to Ned and to the rest of Charging Moose Media, who we absolutely adore and are great. I will also be helping one of the friends. I will be playing as a character in an upcoming Supernatural one-shot on the channel, as well as part of Flights of Fandom. But otherwise, I think I'll be sticking to being on Hearthward Bound for the time being until we get into the new year. I'm very excited about all that, but most importantly, we have a special message tonight. Puja, if you want to take it away.
Hey everyone, as y'all know, we have been very vocal about encouraging to vote in the coming election. Look, I'm even wearing a Vote Schoolhouse Rock t-shirt. And as we keep encouraging you, we're not planning on stopping, at least for the next week, because this is a very scary time for a lot of us. And while, to be clear, you should always vote in every election, national and local, Many lives and rights are on the line in this precipitous time. We can't believe we have to say this any more than you can. So please, please, please get out there and make sure your vote is counted. It means so, so much to everyone here on this stream. This week is an especially important time to mark on your calendars. For those of you who are not mailing in your ballots, and if you are, please do so tomorrow because the post office needs all the time they can get to get your ballot where it belongs. Please check to see if and when your state is doing early voting. For those of y'all in New York City, like the rest of this stream, you have got through the 1st to vote early. And if you're in Texas, like myself, you have until October 30th. Check www.vote.org/early-voting-calendar to check your regular and voting place nationwide. And if you've been paranoid like we've been, you can check, double check, and triple check to make sure you are still registered to vote on several sites, including, I believe, vote.org. Vote.org makes all of this very, very easy, but you can also check your state voter registration page to be, I guess, quadruple sure at this point. And so we're going to keep up the call right up till election night, folks, which is next week during this stream. So please, please, please get out there and vote. And please join us on the 3rd and share with us the fact that you voted in the chat. And, we will chime right in with you. So thank you so, so much.
Thank you guys. And thank you, Puja, for that, most importantly. And again, everybody go vote, do your civic duty. So we're probably not going to have another Flights of Fandom until next year, at which I will anticipate with great dread and suspense. But in the meantime, I hope that your frights are fun and silly, that you are all safe and in good health on this Halloween and every day thereafter. And we look forward to the more stories that we get to tell you through the end of this year and into 2021. So thanks again, and stick around for the raid.